Hi, I'm Christina. Today I would like to present about requirement for rabbit housing farm with my group mate.
One of the requirement is rabbit housing system. Rabbit housing one of the bigger components for rabbit management.
Rabbit housing refers to proper cage or hutches arrangement for feeding, watering, and caring for rabbits. It's also important to keep rabbits in one roof and prevent them running away. For domesticated rabbits, they live in hutches and cages with a run. There are several ways of housing rabbits. They can be raised outdoor or indoors. Range from outdoor hutches to indoor cage in the free run of the home. Types of rabbit housing for commercial farming. Number 1. Standing hutches, common type of rabbit among beginner farmers. It is also ideal for testing out the rabbit market in an area because it can only house a fewer number of rabbits. Before you invest all your capital into the rabbit business, you can use this type of housing for a pilot project. Number 2. Stacked cage. This system involves stacking series of cages on another. The stacked rabbit cage system is ideal for commercial rabbit farming. You can use this rabbit housing type both indoors and outside as long as it is well ventilated and allows free airflow. The upside of this rabbit housing system is that it allows for larger rabbit production. Because the hatches are stacked, you can house more rabbits using less floor space. Also, the fact that this system is done in a controlled area facilitates the rabbit growth of your business. Number 3. Suspend cage with barn cover. This is the most common type of rabbit housing for larger commercial rabbit productions. In this type of rabbit housing system, the rabbit cage hangs down from the ceiling or the corners of the wall. This arrangement makes it clean, lowers the cost of maintenance, and makes for easy expansion. The only downside is that the rabbits are more vulnerable to the elements than with an inside production. But you can still control environmental elements like cold weather and one using a trampoline. Alternatively, you can make a solid wall in the windward and backside of the rabbit house. Depending on the size of your rabbit farming business, you can make plans and arrange adequate budget for your rabbit housing. You can choose from the 3 types of rabbit housing, which are the standing hutches, the stacked cage, and the suspend cage.
I will share to you a good requirement for rabbit housing. For your information, a good housing facility with adequate arrangement of ventilation is the most important factor in a rabbit house. Care about heating and ventilation system because rabbit can tolerate with the extreme weather or the temperature. It will be better for commercial rabbit farming if you build an enclosed building that which has the proper management of ventilation, cooling, heating, and lighting system. First, I will go to the first requirement for the rabbit housing, which is air, lighting, and ventilation. Ventilation is very important for rabbit housing because it can be influenced to rabbit house. Ventilation keep in the air and rabbitry or bum clean. Ventilation dilute the concentration thing because it can be influenced to rabbit house. Ventilation keep in the air and rabbitry or bum clean. Ventilation dilute the concentration of the microbes in the air, and for this reason is extremely factor in rabbit house. Okay, good ventilation keep ammonia level down. Actually, this requirement it depends of the financial involvement actually and the climate of the place. Commonly, the component of the rabbit housing can be thick tin cans, bamboos, old boxes, wood, bricks, asbestos sheet, and wool may be the component of the house. So, for the ideal comfortable temperature for the rabbit, which is from 10 degrees Celsius until 26 degrees Celsius, rabbit should be protected. Or indoor rabbits must be living in the place area or cool room. It must be out of direct sunlight or droughts, as well as away from radiators. And for your information, rabbits can suffer from overheating, so avoid your rabbit farm from the overheating or loud. That factor can be stress of your rabbit, so stay away your rabbit from loud noises or extreme temperature. And for the outdoors rabbit farm, must be a cover blanket or a piece of carpets or other insulation material could offer added protection of cool nights, so your rabbit didn't get a cold temperature, and it provides enough ventilation for rabbit if your rabbit stay at the outdoors. Next, provide a large living area and secure shelter where they can rest, feel safe, are protected from the predators, extreme weather of temperature. So ensure all areas are well ventilated, dry and drought-free. Secondly is heating and cooling. If you raise a rabbit, you need to know what the temperature can hurt them, and all the ways you can keep them cool. Yes, keeping them cool in the heat is a lot more important than worrying about the warmth of the temperature. For one, a rabbit has no sweat glands, so they can exhaust excess heat only through their long ears and by panting. A common problem resulting from the temperature. Those temperature can be deadly for rabbit. Even it doesn't kill them, but the heat can put the brakes of the rabbit breeding program. Okay, there are two ways for heating the rabbit housing. Firstly is specially Sept. Also provide a good source of heating to rabbit house in a cool weather, but make sure the rabbit are securely in a material that thick enough to prevent the rabbit directly contact and suffering from any burns. And second is specialist heat lamps can also be fixed to the outside of the shelter or outside of the rabbit housing in cool condition to heating the rabbit, operating cooling environment when extreme conditions, so rabbit didn't get stressed in extreme temperature. Ventilation, lighting, heating and cooling is very important for rabbit shelter or rabbit housing. So make sure before you raise a rabbit, this part is very important. You need to be considered.
Okay, we go through with materials and measurement for rabbit house. Big effect for rabbit house is their design of the cage may vary according to your taste and breed which you want to start. There are two designs for rabbit houses that can build according to your financial ability. There are several materials for building a conducive house for rabbits. You can choose materials depends on your financial budget. In a backyard rabbit farming, we can use locally available materials include tin cans, bamboo, old box, wood, bridge, asbestos sheets, wire mesh, and else.
Rabbit less than 6 pounds is need a cage that is 24 to 30 inches wide, 16 to 18 inches high, and twice as long as a rabbit is when it's stretched out. Rabbit over 10 pounds needs cage 30 to 36 inches wide and 18 to 24 inches high, and again long enough to allow the rabbit to stretch comfortably. Each floor should be 1.5 inches by 1 inch 16 gauge welded wire, while the side should be 1 inch by 2 inch 14 gauge wire. If the floor wire is too thick, it will cause salt holes and feet. Large breeds of rabbit can't tolerate sitting on any wire for lengthy periods because their own weight will damage their feet and hooks. These rabbits need solid floors, preferably.
To keep hygiene cage, make pits at the below cage and cover with layer of gravel, drainage, piles or sand for easy removal waste.
Baby rabbit can stay in the counter set next box to keep clean because inner drawer can be slipped out for washing and disinfecting. When the young no longer need the inner drawer, it can be left out to provide more space in the hatch.
Animal welfare. So what is animal welfare? Animal welfare means how an animal of copy with the condition in which it lives. Animal welfare refers to the state of an animal which the treatment that an animal receives is covered by the other terms such as animal care, animal husbandry, and humane treatment.
An animal is in a good state of welfare if it is healthy, comfortable, well-nourished, safe, able to express innate behavior, and if it is not suffering from unpleasant states such as pain, fear, and distress. Good animal welfare requires disease prevention, veterinary treatment, appropriate shelter, management, nutrition, human handling, and human slaughter or killing. There are 5 freedoms of animal welfare. First, freedom from thirst, hunger, and malnutrition by ready access to fresh water and diet to maintain health and vigor. Second is a freedom from discomfort due to environment by providing an appropriate environment, including shelter and comfortable resting area. Third is a freedom from pain, injury, or disease by preventing or rapid diagnosis and treatment. Fourth is the freedom to express normal behavior for species by providing sufficient space, proper facilities, and company of the animal's own kind. Fifth is the freedom from fear and distress by ensuring condition and treatment which avoid mental suffering.
Why animal welfare important? Animal welfare is important because there are so many animals around the world suffering from being used for entertainment, food, medicine, scientific, fashion, advancement, and exotic pet.
This is a sum of human cure in animals.
So, every animal deserves to have a good life where they enjoy the benefit of 5 domains.